Hi friends, today is going to be the most important day for UPSC Prelims 2025 aspirants because today with this video I'm going to start the most awaited, the most loved series for the UPSC Prelims examination, Predict the Unpredictable, where I give the most important topics and questions for the UPSC Prelims examination. Guys, last year I was able to predict more than 60 questions in the UPSC Prelims 2024. Guys, the proof is here. You can go to this website optimizeias.com and you can download this PDF how I predicted CSE 2024. You will get a lot of idea how UPSC frames question and how I was able to predict those questions exactly in my test series in my videos. Guys, I'll be also giving link of few videos which I made on YouTube in Predict the Unpredictable series last year. Exactly those questions came in the UPSC prelims examination. So the link of those videos will be there in the description of this video. You can be amazed that how 2-3 months before exam I was able to exactly predict the questions. For example, the North Sea question, the Leopard question, the Cicada question, lot of questions I had predicted. So with this, let me start this series, guys. Predict the unpredictable. So guys, for this, the first topic I have taken, one of the most important topic for UPSC prelims 2025 next year. Guys, recently the drug controller of India has given the approval for terzepetide. Guys, this is an active ingredient which is used in the blockbuster drug Mounjaro and Zepbound, which are marketed in the world as a weight loss drug and also a drug which can control diabetes. Guys, previously there were two drugs like the Olympic, okay, and there was also one drug which was in news, the Vegoboy, and now the new company which is Eli Lilly has come out with this two new drug which is Mounjaro and Zepbound, and these two drugs have been now given approval in India. So guys, I'll be discussing this topic, what kind of questions can be expected on this topic. So first of all, why I'm so confident that this question is going to come in the UPSC prelims examination 2025. So guys, for that I have analyzed the PYQs. I have analyzed the PYQs. While analysis of the PYQs, you can see UPSC has a habit of asking questions which are related on drugs and chemicals. Okay, you can see here the list of drugs. Okay, similarly, you can see here they have asked question on drugs, antimicrobial drugs. They have asked questions on diabetes. And guys, you all know that diabetes is becoming an epidemic for India. Okay, India is now the third largest country with the diabetic burden. And this is going to increase. You can see here, India among the top three nations, 70% of the population are overweight. So guys, this diabetes and overweight is going to have a very important economic burden for the economy. So it is very important that we control this epidemic in our population, and these two drugs which have been now approved in India can play a very important role. So I have given you the PYQ also, and I have given you the reason also why I think this topic is very, very important, because diabetes is going to be the most important problem which is facing our public health today. Okay guys, so let us see here. So guys, you can see this active ingredient terzepatide is used in these two drugs, Mounjaro and Zepbound. Mounjaro drug is basically used to address the diabetes problem, and this Zepbound drug is used to basically target weight loss. So these two things is very, very important, Zepbound and Mounjaro. Although these two drugs have the same active ingredient which is terzepatide, but the two drugs are basically targeted for some specific purposes. Mounjaro is for diabetes and Zepbound is for weight loss. So guys, let us try to understand what is this terzepatide and how does it work. So guys, you can see here terzepatide is the main component of the drug Mounjaro and Zepbound. It is important to note here that Mounjaro is the brand name for the diabetes and Zepbound is for the weight loss drug. Okay guys, you can see now how this works. So guys, you can see here the terzepatide basically works because it mimics two important hormones in our body, which is the GIP and the GLP-1. These two hormones are very important in basically regulating our hunger and slowing down our digestion. So when we consume this drug, the levels of GIP and GLP-1 will increase in the body, and this will help to manage hunger and will help to slow the digestion. We will feel basically full for a longer time. The stomach will full, and that is why we will have less craving for food. Okay, this GIP also helps to control the brain. Okay, because guys, the brain is a very important organ which controls the digestion process. Okay, guys, so you can see here when injected, how it works. When injected, it activates receptors for these two hormones, triggering several effects. What are the effects, guys? So it stimulates the pancreas to produce more insulin and even signals the brain to be full. So the when we consume this drug, the Monjaro and Zepbound, what happens is that it signals the brain that our stomach is full, so we will have less craving for food. What it means is that the drug not only reduces the sugar levels in the body by increasing the insulin level, but also reduces the appetite, leading to weight loss in people with obesity. Some experts note that what makes terzepatide even more effective is that the it imitates GIP. This is very important, guys. There are two organs, two hormones here. Okay, GLP-1 and GIP. So they can ask you like this also. Okay, what is GLP-1 and GIP? In prelims, they will just give you term-based question. Let me just write it here. They can give you term-based question that GIP and GLP-1 in news refers to what? So basically they are refers to what? They are hormones. These are hormones, peptides, hormones which control the digestion in the body. Okay, digestion and hunger in the body. You can see here this. Okay, GIP helps in reducing the appetite, may also improve how the body breaks down the sugar and fat, helping to amplify the weight loss effect. So this is very, very important, GIP and GLP-1. So you see, I'm giving you what kind of questions also UPSC can frame using this information. So one question can be based on the drug. They can just give you simple that the Monjaro and Zepbound recently in news are what kind of drugs. So they are drugs for weight loss and diabetes. Okay, or they can ask you this chemical, terzepatide. They can ask you this chemical. This chemical is in news, is used for which disease? Okay, guys. Previously also, guys, there were two wonder drugs. You can see here, Ozempic has become the new wonder drug. So before this, before these two drugs, there was a drug called Ozempic, which was introduced and which became very popular in the West. Guys, you can see here, you can see here that this is a drug which was basically marketed by Novo Nordisk, okay, which is a weight loss drug, and this drug basically called the, you can see here, Wegovy, and the diabetes treatment Ozempic. So weight loss, this is a weight loss, okay, weight loss drug, and this is a diabetes drug, diabetes drug. Okay, so these two drugs were basically marketed by Novo Nordisk. This is a company which markets these two drugs. So these two drugs were earlier released before the new two drugs which have been released. Guys, you can see even Indian drug makers, they have been trying to develop their own version of the Novo Nordisk Wegovy. Wegovy is an anti-weight loss basically drug. Okay, guys. So what is the difference between these two drugs, Ozempic and Wegovy, and the new drugs which have been recently approved, which is the Monjaro and Zepbound? So I'll explain you the difference also. But before that, let me tell you that these two drugs, Ozempic and Wegovy, which are marketed by Novo Nordisk, they have an active ingredient. They have an active ingredient which is called semaglutide, which has called semaglutide. This semaglutide is the active ingredient in Ozempic, which is used for diabetes, and the Wegovy, which is used for obesity, semaglutide. So today we have understood two chemicals or two ingredients. One is the semaglutide, another is terzepatide. Okay, so these two. So what is the difference between terzepatide and semaglutide? So guys, you can see here the difference between these two is what you can see. Let me just show you guys. The difference between two is that you can see here both semaglutide and terzepatide both works by mimicking GLP-1, which is a hormone called glucagon like peptide. But this terzepatide also has one more hormone, which is the GIP1, which is the GIP1, which basically controls the brain, and through brain it controls the digestion process. So this is very important, that the semaglutide, which is an active ingredient of Wegovy, which is a weight loss drug, and Ozempic, which is a diabetes drug, has GLP-1, and the terzepatide has both GLP-1 and the GIP. This is very, very important. The difference between these two drugs, many people will think that these two drugs are similar. No, there is a difference. The effectiveness of the new drug which has been introduced is more. Why? Because it has both the GLP-1 and the GIP. It mimics both GLP-1 and GIP. That is why it is more effective. So guys, uh, with this, the last topic will be the CDSO, which is the basically the drug regulator in India. So this CDSO is under the Drug and Cosmetics Act 1940. CDSO is responsible for approval of drugs, conduct of clinical trials, laying down standards of drugs, control over and quality of imported drugs. This is very, very important organization, CDSCO. CDSCO is a very, very important organization. It is under the Drugs and Cosmetic Acts. It is basically a regulator which gives approval to drugs. It also checks the quality of imported drugs. So it also basically regulates the clinical trial. Okay. So guys, with this, I would like to conclude this session. Guys, I would like to know from you, did you like the manner in which I related the topic to the PYQs? Because UPSC has been focusing on any new drugs which is in news, and UPSC has also focused on diabetes. And why diabetes? Because diabetes is one of the most important challenge facing the country. It will lead to lot of economic losses. So if we want to reduce these economic losses, we have to control this diabetes and the obesity. And in controlling these two, this new drug which has been approved in by Indian regulator, which is the Monjaro and Zepbound, which has an active ingredient which is called terzepetide, which has both the GLP-1 and GIP hormones. This is very, very important. With this, guys, I would like to end here. Again, I would like to repeat, please go and watch this, read this blog, and please go through the descriptions of the video which I'll be giving you, which is a proof how I predict in this series a lot of questions which have come in the UPSC prelims examination 2024. Guys, with this, I will also attach one of the video in the end of this video as a proof where exactly those questions which I have predicted have come in our predicted in our test series has come in our UPSC prelims examination 2024. So guys, this year also I'll be framing questions on most important and predicted topics. So please do make use of this initiative.